Hey everyone. So check this out. The crypto market just absolutely crushed it by hitting $4 trillion. And I'm not just talking about barely scraping by. We're talking $4,200,000,000,000 on the 13th. That's insane money, right? Like $4,200,000,000,000, just mind blowing. But here's where it gets wild. If we rewind the clock back to 2022, guys, we were sitting pretty under $1 trillion. And so we were chilling at just 798 billion on New Year's Day, 2023. And boom, from that moment, we skyrocketed all the way to $4,200,000,000,000. Now, this might sound absolutely bonkers, but listen to this. We're literally just getting started here. I'm calling right now. Crypto is going to smash through $10 trillion, 0 cents and beyond. This might not blow up this year, maybe not even next year, but mark my words, we're absolutely crushing our way to becoming a $10 trillion asset class. And here's the crazy part. That's still just scratching the surface for crypto, because we're literally going after $100+ trillion in assets moving on chain. We're not playing small here, people. We're targeting some of the most massive markets on the planet. The DTCC, they're moving $3+ quadrillion every single year. And guess what? They're seriously exploring tokenization. I'm telling you right now, this is hands down one of the biggest revolutions we'll ever witness in our lifetime. Guys, this is about to revolutionize everything around us. I'm literally shouting this from the rooftops because most people are sleeping on the monster opportunity that's staring us right in the face. Here's the secret sauce. All you need is patience. That's it. Now, let's talk XRP. Holy moly. XRP is absolutely killing it today, as you can witness with your own eyes. But hold up, when I pull back and examine that juicy all-time chart for XRP, my friends, the rocket ship growth we've experienced this past year has been absolutely insane. We're still cruising at a mind-melting 440+% gains. Just wow, goosebumps every single time. It's genuinely feeling like we're finally ready to explode out of this flag pattern on XRP as well. Trust me, I've been stalking this beauty nonstop. Listen up, I'm still absolutely convinced that XRP has some serious rocket fuel left in the tank for this incredible cycle we're in. By the time we hit December, you know what? A bunch of these legendary OG coins like XRP are going to be trading at levels that'll blow your mind completely. And here's my bold prediction. I genuinely believe XRP could be knocking on the door of that sweet, sweet $10 mark by the end of this year. That's not hopium talking. That's me looking at the charts and seeing pure potential just waiting to explode. We've still got that magical January, February window ahead of us where things could get absolutely bonkers, just like that insane 2017, 2018 run with XRP. Now, look, that chart might say December 31st, but here's the insider scoop. XRP actually peaked around January 7th in 2018. So buckle up, because we might be riding this rocket straight into January. But real talk, I'm expecting XRP to go completely wild this year with some absolutely mind-blowing price action. And that's exactly why your boy is obsessing over every market move, hanging on every word from the crypto legends, and tracking this massive adoption wave that's taking over the world right now. So before we dive into the main topic, I've got to talk about something super serious that popped up on my feed today. And honestly, it's heartbreaking. Another person just got absolutely wrecked by scammers who hijacked their wallet. These thieves liquidated every single NFT and funneled everything straight into KuCoin. Look, this is exactly why I'm constantly hammering this point home. If you're playing in the crypto space, for the love of everything, stop signing random smart contracts. Stop connecting your wallet to every shiny new thing that catches your eye. Oh, look, free airdrop. Oh, wow, free crypto. That's literally how these vultures are emptying people's wallets left and right. We just got a massive update from Eleanor Turret that's got everyone talking. So get this. The Senate Banking Committee just dropped their latest market structure draft. And guess what? They actually listened to stakeholder and lobbyist feedback this time. Now, this covers some pretty huge stuff. First up, we've got ancillary assets, section 101. Here's what's amazing about this section. It's designed to give us way more legal clarity, cut out assets that are obviously securities. And here's the kicker. It confirms that staking and airdrops aren't security. Plus, and this is massive, it says the SEC can't go after existing tokens that were issued before this bill passes with enforcement actions or private lawsuits, as long as they weren't fraudulent schemes. Second thing, and this is buried deep in section 504, they've included a brand new exemption for decentralized physical infrastructure networks from securities laws. Third, here's something developers will love. They're protecting software developers. All the self-custody protections, section 506, DeFi, exemption 501, and the Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act, section 505. All of these are staying put in this new draft. They didn't touch them. And here's another big one. SEC and CFTC coordination is happening. This is huge, and you absolutely need to understand why. The SEC and CFTC are finally playing nice together. They've created this joint advisory committee that's going to be calling the shots in the digital asset world and hammering out any disagreements that pop up. Now, if you're one of my OG viewers who's been riding this crazy crypto wave with me since way back in 2022, 2023, you're probably sitting there going, wait, didn't he predict this? And you're absolutely right. This is literally what we've been screaming about for years. We've been talking about this for ages, right? Like, we always wondered when these two powerhouses would finally team up. I mean, come on. The SEC and CFTC have been running their own shows in different markets for forever. But here's the thing, if they actually join forces, they could give us that crystal clear guidance we've all been desperately waiting for in crypto. And guess what? It's actually happening. They're launching this joint advisory committee. And honestly, it's about time. I'm absolutely loving this because once we finally get that clarity everyone's been begging for, it's literally going to unleash everything, like breaking down a dam. And listen, I'm not the only one saying this. We've got major players in crypto talking about this exact same thing, which we'll dive into in a sec. But first, let me tell you why having these regulations right now is absolutely crucial. It all comes down to one word: adoption. Check this out. Ralph Paul just dropped some insane stats about crypto adoption. Get this, crypto is still growing twice as fast as the internet did. We're talking 5 million IP addresses back then versus 5 million wallets now. Pretty much apples to apples comparison, and crypto's crushing it. If this image is absolutely mind-blowing. We're looking at crypto users versus internet users and their yearly growth. And honestly, the numbers will shock you. So year one starts with equal users, right? But here's where it gets crazy. We're targeting that 5 million user milestone, and boom, we're crushing it with way more than 5 million users already. Now get this, when we compare crypto adoption to internet adoption, we're literally destroying those numbers. Like, it's not even close, guys. By year 9, crypto has over 442 million more users than the internet had at the same point. 442 million more. This just proves how insanely fast crypto is taking off. The adoption rate, it's through the roof. Well, we're witnessing history here, people. Crypto isn't just growing, it's absolutely exploding. So what's going to push this growth even further? One word: regulations. This is where things get absolutely insane for the crypto space, and I mean that in the best way possible. Look at this projection down here. We're literally headed toward 4 billion users by 2030. Did you hear that? 4 billion crypto users by 2030. That stat is just completely bonkers when you think about it. And here's the kicker. All we need is one massive use case to trigger this explosion. Maybe it's stablecoin adoption taking off like wildfire. Could be gaming that breaks everything wide open. Honestly, it could be absolutely anything. But if I'm being real with you guys, my money's on payments. That's what I think is going to be the game changer here. So here's what I'm thinking. Payments are absolutely going to be the game changer for crypto, like 100%. We're already seeing this incredible expansion happening across different markets. And guess what? Even the banks are jumping in now, seriously exploring stable coins and crypto payments. It's pretty wild when you think about it. This could totally be that massive catalyst we've all been waiting for. I mean, when traditional banks start paying attention to crypto payments, you know something big is brewing, right? But here's the crazy part. We're talking about going from $4 trillion in market cap today to 100 trillion by 2032 to 2034. Like, seriously, that's the floodgates completely opening for crypto. And what's driving this insane growth? Two major secular trends that you absolutely need to understand: debasement and debasement. Here's the thing. Debasement is explaining about 90% of the price action we're seeing right now. But adoption, that's where the magic happens. It explains 100% of the outperformance versus just debasement alone. Pretty incredible, right? And check this out. If you look at the total liquidity index alongside Bitcoin, it's like they're dancing together perfectly. This alignment we're seeing isn't just coincidence, it's going to keep happening. And that's exactly what's going to push Bitcoin even higher. Here's something super exciting I want you to think about. Old coins. We're about to witness this incredible decoupling between altcoins and Bitcoin. And honestly, it's going to be wild. We're already seeing massive growth in the altcoin space that's absolutely crushing Bitcoin's performance. Here's the thing. Bitcoin's explosive growth, yeah, that's naturally going to slow down over time. I've been saying this forever, guys. This is exactly when altcoins completely steal the spotlight and become the real stars of the show. But wait, there's more. Eric Trump just dropped some absolutely mind-blowing news. He literally announced that Bitcoin and the entire crypto space is about to experience this insane parabolic explosion. The floodgates are opening. You've got to watch this.
Every single day. A year ago, Jamie Dimon was saying, we're not going to touch cryptocurrency. And now they're probably running at digital assets faster than anyone. You see what BlackRock's doing. You see, as I mentioned, what Schwab's doing. You see what nation states are doing. You see what states in this country are doing. Look what Texas just voted on, right? In their legislature, literally being able to custody Bitcoin on their balance sheets, right? So all of a sudden you've got all these cracks in the dam that are breaking. The people who get in now are the people who are getting in early. I believe that with all of my soul. And this is a global asset. This is an asset that everybody wants. This is an asset. It's probably the only asset in the world that has limited supply. There's 21 million. There will never be another one, unlike gold, unlike other commodities. And I'm just watching it from afar as for the first time, the capital markets really have access to it or getting access to it. And so I think cryptocurrency is in its infancy. And I think the trajectory of Bitcoin and of digital assets is going to be parabolic. And I really think we're going to have one of the greatest companies in the ecosystem. And that was launched obviously minutes ago.
He's obviously promoting his Bitcoin business here, but here's where it's really important. Crypto is everywhere now. Everyone's paying attention to crypto. And here's the exciting part, right? Even though he's talking Bitcoin, let me take you back just a few weeks ago. We're talking early August here. Eric Trump goes all in on crypto. Traditional banks, he calls them bloated dinosaurs and SWIFT fees, straight up medieval, XRP and DeFi. They're the ultimate game changer. The future's not hitting the snooze button. We're talking lightning fast settlements because Eric Trump sees right through it. Banking is absolutely shattered. But here's the real talk, guys. Bitcoin, it's not our superhero here, just won't happen. Every crypto veteran in the house knows Bitcoin can't swoop in and save the day on this one. All right, so we're diving deep into XRP today. And let me tell you, these networks are absolutely game changers. They're basically designed to plug right into the banking world and tackle real world problems head on. Why? Because they've got this incredible scalability and efficiency baked right in. And don't even get me started on fees. We're talking pennies here. This is exactly where Bitcoin and Ethereum just can't compete, They're missing this crucial piece. But wait, here's the crazy part. Listen to this.
Brian, it's infuriating. We had nowhere to go. Capital One stripped 300 bank accounts from me. 300 in the middle of the night. They sent us a letter after doing business for 20-something years. All your bank accounts for golf courses and condominium buildings and hotels, they're all gone in the middle of the night. I mean, how do you pay your taxes? How do you pay your employees? This happened across the board. It happened with JP Morgan Chase. It happened with Bank of America. It happened with First Republic. And this wasn't just happening to the Trumps, people with a lot of zeros on the end. This was happening to conservatives all over the country. We didn't have a damn choice. So before my father, won the election, before my father was in office, we started getting into cryptocurrency. The people in cryptocurrency were being debanked just like Trump was being debanked. Right. And you know what? It's become the fastest growing industry anywhere in the world. It's actually removed a lot of the power from the big banks who have weaponized their platforms against the American people. And I could not be more proud to be here.
I don't know. The banking system, it's totally broken, like seriously broken. And you know what's crazy? This ties perfectly into what he told us just a few months ago, right? He basically said crypto could completely replace SWIFT. Think about it. Crypto has this incredible power to revolutionize how banking actually works. And here's the thing that blows my mind. Stablecoins are absolutely exploding worldwide right now. Why? Because people are realizing you can send stablecoins for literally fractions of a penny. It's absolutely insane. When you really break down the pros and cons of using crypto versus traditional banks, it's like night and day. The difference is just mind-blowing, honestly. This is exactly what I've been telling you. When regular folks, and I mean people who've never touched crypto before, when they finally dive in and start learning about it, Dude, their minds are absolutely blown. You can literally see that light bulb moment happen. They go from what even is Bitcoin to, holy crap, I totally get why this is taking over everything. And honestly, it doesn't take much, just a tiny bit of education. And suddenly they're like, oh my God, this is literally revolutionizing how money works. Look, if you've ever sent money through Western Union or PayPal, or literally anything, right? Here's the thing that'll blow your mind. These apps we all use, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, they're basically just pretty makeup on a really ugly system underneath. Think about it. They're just slick interfaces sitting on top of this totally broken financial mess. But then you try crypto for the first time and bam, the difference hits you immediately. I'm telling you, it's not like you need weeks to figure it out or anything. You don't need time to wrap your head around the benefits. It hits you like a lightning bolt. Why? Because these transactions settle in literal seconds, people. We're talking seconds. And here's where your jaw drops. The fees will absolutely shock you. We're talking about moving millions upon millions of dollars for basically nothing, like a fraction of a penny. Check this out. Someone moved $50 million on the XRP ledger, and you know what they paid? Literal cents. I'm not even kidding with you right now. Imagine you're some big shot trying to shuffle around $50 million, 0 cents the old school way. Dude, you're literally getting robbed by these ridiculous fees. This is exactly why crypto is going absolutely bananas right now. And I'm talking straight up viral levels of adoption. Now, here's where it gets spicy. When we catch wind of these power conversations from heavy hitters like Eric Trump or whatever, A-listers talking, you know what's happening. They're basically playing this sneaky game where it's Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin on repeat, but plot twist, they're totally throwing us off the scent. But check this out. They're also dropping these juicy little hints, right? Like they'll casually slip in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin and digital assets, or my personal favorite, Bitcoin and these other game-changing projects. Guys, do you see the pattern here? Those other digital assets and cryptocurrencies, that's where the magic happens, okay? That's exactly what you should be focusing on, because here's the thing. It was never really about Bitcoin. Sure, Bitcoin was like the trailblazer, right? The one that opened doors for all these other amazing cryptocurrencies we see today. But here's what I want you to understand. The real future, it's not sitting with Bitcoin anymore. Hey everyone, so picture this. We're talking about networks that are literally moving trillions of dollars every single day. Like, can you even wrap your head around that? Stable coins, tokenization, all this stuff is absolutely exploding right now. And honestly, those cracks we've been seeing, they're turning into full-blown breaks in the dam. The floodgates aren't just opening, they're being ripped wide open. And let me tell you, 2025 has become the year where regulators and these massive banks finally said, okay, we can't ignore this anymore. These institutional giants are scrambling to get into crypto because they've realized something huge. If they don't jump in now, crypto is literally going to eat their lunch. They have to tap in right now or get left behind completely. This is exactly why when I'm staring at these adoption charts, guys, we're literally just scratching the surface here. Listen, crypto is a $100 trillion 0 cent asset class. That's not some fantasy. That's our reality coming fast. We're absolutely going to smash through that $100 trillion 0 cent market cap milestone. And here's my bold prediction. I genuinely believe we'll hit that sweet spot between 2032 and 2034. That's why this explosive growth around crypto has me so fired up. Everyone's panicking and rushing to bail out of crypto. But here's the thing. You want to plant your flag and stay in this space. Why? Because this space, this is the future. This right here, this is the actual playground where the next gen financial revolution is going to blow up, and we're witnessing it firsthand. Man, I'm genuinely excited you stuck around for this wild ride today. Look, if this opened your eyes even a little bit, do me a solid, absolutely destroy that like button, become part of the family by subscribing, and smack those notifications, because trust me, you don't want to sleep on what's coming next. You legends are amazing for rolling with me on this adventure. Catch you in the next one. Stay awesome.